Okay, Mavis, I want to tell you the story of the crocodile and the hare. A long, long time ago, there was a hare, and he was on an island with his friends. And he met a crocodile from the sea. And the hare, knowing the crocodiles were not very smart, decided to play with the crocodile. And the hare said to the crocodile, "Oh, we are so many here on the island, and I can only see you, so there must be more hare than there are crocodile." And the crocodile said, jeering back to the hare, "Ha ha, there are many crocodiles. In fact, there are more crocodiles than you have on your island, because there is oh so much more sea than there is on your island for the hares." So the hare said to the crocodile, "Well, I don't believe you unless I should see it for myself. Do you think there are so many crocodile that you could put in a line between yourselves, between here and the next island?" And the crocodile says, "Of course, haha. There's so many crocodiles in the sea, we can not only make us line up from island to island, but we could even line up from here to China or here to Japan. There's just so many crocodiles." And the hare said to the crocodile, "I really don't believe you." And the crocodile says, "I shall prove it. You just wait here and I will return with all my friends." So the crocodile disappeared and was gone for a few days. And then he came back to the rabbit and said, "Here we are, hare. So you can believe that we can make a line." So the crocodiles then lined up with each one in a row, and the hare said to him, "Okay, I can count you one by walking on your back, but you must stay ever so still so that I don't fall into the sea." And the crocodiles all agreed that they would stay very, very still and let the hare crawl across their backs. So one by one, the hare would cross the crocodile. One crocodile, two crocodiles, three crocodiles, four crocodiles, five crocodiles, till finally he made it clear over to an entirely different island. And just before he went to cross off the last crocodile, the hare couldn't contain his brilliance anymore. And he was like, "Ha ha ha, you foolish crocodiles. I've showed you. I just made this lie up so you could get me across to the next island and I wouldn't get wet." And just then he hopped onto the island, and the crocodiles were mad at how the hare had tricked them. So they all circled around him on shore and they chased him, and they pulled out all his fur and went back into the ocean and left the hare crying on the shore by himself. He was such a sad, lonely, bare hare, and he had so many sores and was bleeding from his hair being ripped out by the mean crocodiles. Well, it wasn't too much longer, and three princes came across the shoreline and saw the hare crying. And they said, "Oh, dear hare, what's wrong with you?" And they said that he felt bad because he had no hair. And then he lay there crying, and they told the hare, "Well, all you need to do is go wash in the ocean water, and your hair will grow back." And they walked away from the hare laughing. So the hare didn't know any better, and he got into the ocean water, and the salt got into his cuts and made it sting, and it hurt so bad. So he went back on the shoreline and was crying even more. And a few minutes later, another prince came along, and he said, "Oh, dear hare, I feel so bad. Why are you crying?" And after being tricked, the hare didn't want to listen to this prince, so he just continued to cry. And the prince says, "Oh, it's okay, hare. I can see you need help, and I really care about you." So the hare looked up at him with a big, big, tear coming out of his eyes and told the prince how he was tricked before and he was not ready to trust. And the prince said, well, maybe you were punished by the three princes because you were deceitful to the crocodiles. Now, if you could be repentant and feel bad for being deceitful and promise to not deceive again, you can get better, and I will tell you how. And the hare told the prince, yes, I am exceedingly sorry, and I really beg forgiveness, and I will never do bad again. And the prince said, okay, you see that pond that's over there? Go and wash the salt off of you in the pond, and then go grab some kaba flowers and lay them down and roll in the kaba flowers. And the pollen from those flowers is so special, it will make your hair grow again. And just like that, hop and a bounce, the hare went to the pond and he washed off all the salt. And then he grabbed the flowers and laid them in a pile, and he rolled and he rolled and he rolled in the flowers. And as he was rolling, more pollen would get on him, and he could see the hair actually growing back on him. And he went to the prince and he said, oh, Prince, thank you so much for saving me. I am forever in your service, and if there's anything I can do for you, Prince, what is it? And I will do it. And the prince told the hare, well, I have 3 other brothers, and they are wicked brothers, and you met them earlier. And they are on their way to go ask for a princess to marry them. And I am afraid that the princess will say yes to one of them, because I, the good prince, really am the one that loves her, and I really will take care of her. So the hare told the prince not to worry, because he thought for sure the princess would know what wicked princes they were and would tell them that she will not marry them, and when she meets him, she would know that he was a good prince and the one she should marry. And sure enough, the prince went to go meet the princess, and when she saw him, she knew he was a good prince, and she said yes. And they got married and lived happily ever after. The end.